Hello everyone and welcome to Uzi Mumbai. Where today we're going to be talking about the different club cultures, the transfer strategies, the kind of markets they do want to dip into, and how there isn't enough information about Mumbai City FC out there, and there's not much about how they run as a club and how they run in the backroom staff or how they run as a culture or the culture within the club.
Yeah. So, well, to kick it off, let's just talk about two very prominent clubs in India. We've got ATK and KBFC. You know, clearly, like we know how eminent they are because every year the opening matches between them.
Yeah.
So, their transfer style is very flashy in a sense. Like you have these high-profile signings coming in this year. You had Roy Krishna, and then there was KBFC taking Bartok Beche,
Exactly.
established stars basically.
Big names.
Yeah.
They want to.
And that is definitely like a consequence of the finances they generate, which is the numbers they also attract to the stadium.
Exactly.
Right?
For them, commercial success is very, very, very important, and the big players' names do attract a lot more crowd, a lot more.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah, and so the bigger clubs, so with the bigger fan bases, and in cities where football is very dominant, you have this happening. So when you look at Mumbai, and we do get a fair bit of criticism about attendances, but that's just because there are a lot of factors. I think that's a video for another day. But you look at Mumbai, and then you don't know much about how they run. And in the past, I think the first 3 years you do look at the marquee signings, but that's just because everyone was doing that. Yeah. Then about the fourth year, when we did have the draft, you look at the players that did come through, and even though our Indian signings weren't the best, we had a couple of these gems that did come through and are still with the club. Mainly the Vinder Singh.
Amrinder being one.
Yeah, Amrinder. There was the Vinder Singh and Pranjul Bhumij.
Yeah.
Right, and you start to kind of see the shift in the mentality from marquee signings and big players to unearthing these Indian gems and players who people miss out on, and then you grab hold of them for not just a cheap price, but
to stabilize and to build something on that.
Exactly. There's no baggage.
Looking at the starters 5-10 years down the line, there would be first team players.
There's no baggage with these transfers. They just come in, they are free to play however they want to, and they establish their names and go on to do hopefully they do go on to do big things. You start looking at this season again. Last season, we had Subhashish Bose coming in. Not the oldest, but a really good, very, very good player. So much more, talent that can grow into. Then you had
Anwar Ali.
You had Anwar Ali, who did technically sign last year, but he didn't play. And then he started
looking out to the arrows.
Yeah. So you look at the shift that did start come. So you look at Alan Dury as well. Not many Indian strikers out there, and sure, he wasn't given the same amount of game time, but you do look at the club culture and you think they are going to be shifting to this, more.
Yeah, Pranjul got a lot more time as well.
A lot more time, and he did play some beautiful football. You look at his assist to Sugu in the ATK game, and then just the glimpse of the talent that is to come through. Then you look at likes of Sarthak Goli, who's not the oldest, he's 23. You had Valpuya coming in,
19,
an absolutely unknown talent. If you weren't a Aizal and I-League fan, you wouldn't have known about him. But you look into his game and you start to wonder, damn, how did he slip through everyone else's hands? And it's massive congratulations, to the scouting team to be able to unearth these gems.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a gamble when you think of it, right? Because you're paying money for something that could turn out to be absolutely amazing or just could be a waste of your time. But like the quality that these guys show, these glimpses that they show, it certainly seems to like evolve into something very great for the team.
Absolutely. You look at Valpuya and his game last year, almost started every game, and you have to wonder, wow, that's a real talent you have. And if him and Anwar Ali do start on a regular, right, over Gogic or over the likes of maybe Anwar Ali Senior, that's what we call him, you're suddenly looking at a partnership that could be going and playing together for the next 10-12 years, maybe even more, form this unbreakable bond. And that is, especially between two Indian players in the I League, I mean in the ISL, it is a very unknown fact, it doesn't happen too much. And I just think that this mentality of unearthing these rare gems is an absolute piece of beauty. For me, it fits perfectly with how clubs should run. And if this does work out, because we haven't really seen the full potential of how this does grow, what it does grow into, but if it does work out, I think it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
so now if we consider, like, we look at this and we think, okay, this is probably part of some bigger scheme, right?
Exactly.
So
one for the future.
And I think Mumbai does know what they're doing in the form of like a proper plan of what they would execute over the years.
Exactly.
Right.
So there was this interview by our CEO Indranil Blah, who said that he knew what he was getting into with Mumbai City FC. He knew the fan base was going to be the biggest, the resources weren't going to be the biggest. So they divided the activities into like these 3 phases. Where phase 1 was just getting a stable, financial structure, a stable team, a stable name. Second, right, and the second phase was to start getting the youth teams in, to start developing the youth. Third phase is to expand and become a proper club, which I think is perfect, because you don't dip your hands into too many pies too soon, because then you're going to end up like a lot of the other clubs in
shutting down probably.
ISL are finding themselves in a situation. I just feel that the financial planning,
I really wouldn't mind not having fans at the initial phase if that meant like the club is stable enough to run well.
And I think in the long term, which what every club should be looking at, this is the absolute way to be going forward if you are in a situation like Mumbai City FC.
Because you're looking at the first 5 years. If you look at first 5 years in any other divisions, take the Premier League for example, how many of those clubs are now in lower divisions, right?
Exactly.
How many of them are as successful as like the big clubs right now? You wouldn't find that much of a congruence, and that's because of building bases and whatnot.
Exactly. I just hope it stays like this forever, So I guess that's it for today. What do you think? Is this culture adopted by Mumbai City FC the proper one? Should we be looking at signing all the big names? Should we be looking at developing all these unknown of talent that would grow up and grow into being one of the best footballers in India, maybe even Asia? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you feel about it, and we'll see you soon.
That was short, wasn't it?